the Justice Department says agents arrested 10 people. They're accused of trafficking fentanyl, cocaine, methamphetamine, and heroin in Western Washington.
It begins in silence. A quiet house on a tree-lined street, a commercial truck crossing a bridge, the open ocean under a midnight moon. To the untrained eye, these are scenes of ordinary American life. But beneath the veneer of normalcy, a shadow industry has metastasized. It is an infrastructure of tunnels, submarines, and suburban armories designed for one purpose: total warfare. In 2025, federal agents didn't just find drugs, they uncovered a weaponized logistics network that rivals the military capabilities of sovereign nations. This is the story of how the cartel war came home. October 28, 2025, Centralia, Washington. The operation was supposed to be a standard narcotics interdiction. Homeland Security, working with the DEA and Seattle police, had spent months tracking a cell believed to be moving fentanyl through the Pacific Northwest. Agents had identified 10 suspects across multiple counties, men like Jose Isabel Sandoval Zuniga and Luis Humberto Lamas Guzman. But when the breach teams cleared the fatal funnel and entered the properties, the profile of the threat changed instantly. Inside a seemingly vacant property, agents stumbled upon a localized armory. They didn't just find the poison, 25 kilograms of suspected fentanyl powder and 90,000 pills. They found the means to defend it. A Los Angeles man's multi-million-dollar home yielded over 1,000 rifles. In total, across 12 search locations, authorities recovered an arsenal including high-capacity assault rifles designed for sustained fire. This wasn't street-level dealing. This was an industrialized logistics hub. Investigators realized they were looking at a transnational criminal organization that had evolved. They weren't just selling drugs, they were stockpiling the capacity for catastrophic violence on U.S. soil. To understand why a house in Washington is filled with military-grade hardware, you have to look east, to the source. While eyes were fixed on drugs coming in, a torrent of steel was flowing out. Federal agents call it the Iron River, the southbound flow of American weapons to Mexican cartels. Enter David Morris. Operating out of Georgia, Morris was a key valve in this pipeline. For weeks, he met with buyers near the docks of Lower Manhattan, boasting of a decade in the trade. But his buyers were undercover agents. When the trap snapped shut on May 9, 2025, the scale of Morris's operation terrified the ATF. They seized over 200 high-powered firearms, among them squad automatic weapons and a .50 caliber machine gun, a weapon capable of disabling an engine block from a mile away. Morris allegedly claimed access to conversion kits, simple devices that transform a semi-automatic pistol into a fully automatic machine pistol. This is the new currency of the underworld. Fentanyl profits move north, American guns move south. It is a self-sustaining cycle of death, fueled by traffickers who exploit the legal market to arm the very groups destabilizing the border. At the Laredo border crossing in Texas, a routine inspection of 2 tractor-trailers revealed the cartel's adaptation. The drivers, one a lawful permanent resident, the other a U.S. citizen, seemed legitimate. Their cargo manifest checked out. But veteran CBP officers noticed a discrepancy in the density of the trailer panels. Inside the walls of the trailers, in compartments engineered to be invisible to the naked eye, sat nearly 400 firearms. This discovery confirmed a chilling reality. The cartels are no longer just smuggling, they are logistics experts. They recruit citizens with clean records. They modify commercial vehicles with factory-level precision. Every truck is a potential Trojan horse. The U.S. government could not let this escalation go unanswered. In early 2025, the Justice Department launched a counteroffensive, Operation Take Back America. The target, the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, or CJNG. Between September 22nd and 26th, in a synchronized surge spanning 23 U.S. field divisions, the DEA struck. This wasn't about arresting street dealers, it was about decapitation. The numbers were staggering. 670 arrests in 5 days, 92 kilograms of fentanyl powder, 1.1 million counterfeit pills, and most importantly, $18 million in cash and assets stripped from the cartel's ledger. By designating the cartels as foreign terrorist organizations, the U.S. government unlocked new legal weapons, treating drug lords not as criminals, but as enemies of the state. But as the pressure mounted on the surface, the cartels did what they always do. They went deeper. June 2025, Yuma, Arizona. A drone patrol picks up a thermal anomaly beneath the desert floor. Something is venting heat where there should be only sand. Beneath the earth lay a masterpiece of illicit engineering, the Yuma Supertunnel. Stretching 2,900 feet over half a mile from Mexico into an industrial warehouse in the U.S. This was not a crude dirt hole, it was a subway. Reinforced steel walls, high-voltage lighting, a ventilation system to cycle air 50 feet underground, and a rail system designed to move tons of narcotics and weapons in minutes. Experts estimate it took months of skilled labor and millions of dollars to construct. It was a physical manifestation of the cartel's immense resources. While agents sealed this artery with concrete, the question remains, how many more are operational right now, moving beneath our feet? When the land is sealed, they take to the sea. The drug trade has birthed its own navy. For decades, go-fast boats, low-profile vessels with multiple 250-horsepower engines, have outrun Coast Guard patrols. But speed is noisy. The new doctrine is stealth. Deep in the jungles of Colombia, master shipwrights are building the ultimate delivery vehicle, the narco sub. These aren't the steel behemoths of the Cold War, they're fiberglass ghosts, low-profile semi-submersibles that sit flush with the waterline, invisible to radar. In November 2020, authorities found the next evolution, a fully electric battery-powered submersible capable of diving completely underwater. Valued at $1.5 million, it moves in silence, leaving no heat signature for thermal cameras. And the range is expanding. In 2024, Operation Orion intercepted a vessel that had crossed the Pacific to Australia, a 10,000-mile journey. The U.S. Coast Guard now deploys HITTRON teams, airborne snipers trained to shoot out the engines of moving boats. But for every vessel stopped, intelligence suggests 3 more slip through the net. From the suburbs of Washington to the tunnels of Arizona and the depths of the Pacific, the battlefield has shifted. Operation Take Back America proved that the U.S. government can strike hard, but the seizures of 2025 reveal a terrifying truth. The cartels have industrialized, they have diversified, and they are willing to weaponize the very infrastructure of trade to keep the supply lines open. The weapons are seized, the tunnels are filled, but the demand remains. And as long as the money flows, the Iron River will keep running.